West Indies women have never lost a T20 World Cup match to Bangladeshi women. And after winning the toss earlier this morning and restricting the Bangladeshi to 103 for 8 of their 20 overs, this trend is expected to continue. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the number one cricket channel in the Caribbean. We look forward to watching this match along with you. And for those who are only listening to the broadcast and are unable to watch the match, it's our pleasure to bring the live commentary to you wherever you are in the world. I'm really happy that I could be here with you. And as usual, I'm looking forward to your interactions and to enjoy your company as I've done so many times in the past. Bangladesh being asked to bat first by the West Indies made 103 for 8, with their captain Nigar Sultana making 39 from 44 deliveries, hitting 4-4. For the West Indies, Charisma Ramarak took 4 for 17 from her four overs, and Afi Fletcher took 2 for 25 from her 4 overs. The West Indies is about to start their reply. They have given a debut cap to Mandy Magru from, well, as usual, I do not really call players' name just like that. So there's a new West Indies player. This is the West Indies play in 11 for this match. Stephanie Taylor limping. Stephanie Taylor walking out with Ailey Matthews there. Stephanie Taylor struggled. She came off the field after 18 overs. She's really struggling. And although you see Matthews running out there, Taylor can barely walk. And I think that she'll be probably looking to play some shots as West Indies need to go at a very good clip. They not only need to win this match, but they need to have a good run rate to boost that net run rate. Now this is going to be very interesting, as West Indies will first have to ensure that they are in a winning position before they can go L and leather, because you do not want to, in trying to go at a very fast clip, end up losing the match. The priority is to get the 2 points first. Anything can happen. Rain can wash out one of England match. Rain can wash out one of South Africa match. So the priority, get the 2 points first. When you're in a position that you know you should not lose from here, then you go very hard and try to get the runs very quickly. It will be a trial by spin for the West Indies batswomen, and it is left to see what happened. I have two clips from an interview with the assistant coach Ryan Hines lined up, and during this broadcast I will play them at some point. But we are about to start the West Indies innings. It's Akhtar, the left arm spinner. Neda Akhtar, she'll be bowling to the West Indies captain. There's a slip in place. As she comes round the wicket, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews played it into the offside, the field, that backward point field, and there is no run. So there's a slip, there's a backward point, there's a mid-off. I know that there are those three fielders. I expect there to be also a cover and an extra cover. I expect those are the 5 fielders who are in the circle. Neda bowls to Matthews off the back foot, and she pierced that gap as I expected. It running away down to the boundary. They gone for 1. Will they get 2? Can Taylor come back for 2? Yes, she's able to come back for 2. So as I expected the field, those would have been the 5 on the offside, where there's a slip, a backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, and Matthews was able to get it through that gap. On the onside, they are moving now, they are switching so there's a long on and there's a deep mid-wicket. There's a short fine leg. So bowls to Matthews. Matthews turn this down to the fielder on the deep mid-wicket boundary, comes in, prevent the single. And allows the single as the score goes up now to 3 without loss. So that's the West Indies playing 11 on the screen there. Mandy Magru, she had played a one-day match already, I think, for the West Indies, 1 or 2. but she have made her one-day debut. She had already made her one-day debut, but this is the first T20 match that she's playing for the West Indies. So she's on debut, 3 without loss after 3 deliveries. Let's see the approach from Stephanie Taylor. Ball to Taylor, and she's forward, played it out to the field at backward point, and there is no run. So forward when Taylor there. So I think there's a 6-3 field for Taylor. 6 seconds as balls to Taylor, again forward, plays out to the field at backward point, and there is no run. So the field for Taylor is that there is a slip, then there's a man on the square third man boundary, almost right round to backward point. Then you have an orthodox backward point, a cover, extra cover in the mid-off. There is a fielder at a square mid-on, very square. Ball to Taylor drives to that fielder extra cover, and there is no run. And so there's a fielder at mid-on, a wideish, and then there's a deep mid-wicket and a short fine leg. After 1 over, the score is 3 without loss. Matthews have faced 3 deliveries and have scored 3 runs, and Taylor have faced 3 deliveries and have scored no run. So Glenn Campbell is here. All the lunatics who talking about positive run rate, Test cricket, England beating. Well, Glenn Campbell, I think you can make your point without referring to persons as lunatics, because a difference of opinion does not make one a lunatic. And it is very unfortunate that you choose to come here and to refer to persons as lunatics. And although I cannot understand your argument, Glenn Campbell, for the honest truth, turn away by Matthews down to the field and the backward square leg boundary, they go through for a single, 4 without loss. Even if you're able to make a point, an opinion, you give an opinion, and then it turns out that that opinion is correct, it happened as you had forecast, it does not make everyone else a lunatic. We are not going to tolerate that level of comments in this community. You can make your point without disrespecting others. That one came back sharply into Taylor, taken on the pad, no run. The score remains at 4 without loss. If you are unable to make your point without disrespecting others, I will then have to turn around and question your cognitive skills. For I'm sure you are able to make your point without referring to other persons in that manner. So please, and not because you have a theory, and I've heard you put forward this theory all the while, and I'm telling you the truth, I cannot understand your theory. I can't, because it is very confusing as Taylor played that one out into the offside and there is no run. So I'm saying that if you have been given an opinion which you thought, which in your view, your opinion has materialized, it gives you no right, absolutely no right, to disrespect others in this community. Show some class, Glenn Campbell. Show some class and show that you can communicate without being disrespectful. Comes into Matthews, who stroked this into the offside to the fielder at cover and goes through for a quick single. The return comes in at the stump and it misses. I think it would have been touch and go, but Taylor needs to come off strike. She just cannot use up a lot of deliveries, and the Bangladeshi are bowling well. So you even wonder if you needed, or she should have out, And this is why, and these are the things that let me question Sean Diaz's approach. And in that interview, and I'm going to play some clippings of it, as I said. I think in part of the clippings that I have, it was that part of the clippings that Ryan Austin is saying these ladies are very confident. Marufa bowls to Matthews, turned that down back with a square leg for a single. The score moves up to 5. The point I was trying to make is that Marufa, not Marufa, chasing 103. Why do you need to risk Taylor to bat? If you is the team so dependent on Taylor, Matthews, and Dutton that if you are chasing 103, you can say, okay, Taylor, you're injured. That one, she cuts it away down to third man. It goes into the boundary now for 4. Lovely shot by Stephanie Taylor. 5 for 7 after 2 over. 10 without loss after 2 overs. Taylor now scored 5 runs from 7 deliveries. Matthews is also on 5. The point I was making is that if you are chasing 104, why do you need to have an injured Taylor open the batting? It baffles me, the logics, the thought process behind that. For we should be able to get 104 easily, should we? Envoy, my friend from South Africa, just came on to say, I hope this game is extremely close so the Windies run rate doesn't exceed ours. Well, Envoy, you have to support your team. I hope that it is not so, but I love that. I appreciate it that you want it to be very close. So that's Fahima bowls to Matthews, who played it down to long on for a single. The score moves up to 11 without loss. So Fahima just playing that one, and Fahima comes into the attack. And it's key. It's going to be very key, the Fahima spell. Coretta Singh is saying, good morning, Mr. Brown and everyone. Hope we have a win today. Definitely, Coretta Singh. I hope we do have a win. So Taylor comes into strike. She's on 5 from 7 deliveries. West Indies needing 93 to win from 107 deliveries. Fahima over the wicket, bowls to Taylor on the back foot. Look to turn that one into the onside, but it peeled off the outer portion of the bat and goes to the field at mid-off, and there is no run. Keith Aaron, welcome and good morning. Good morning. Fahima bowls to Taylor, who works this into the onside for a single down to mid-wicket. The score moves up now to 12 without loss after 2.3 overs. Thank you very much, Keith Aaron. Just joined. Great job as usual. Morning, Mrs. Brown. All right, I will tell her, but she's not here at this moment. Off the back foot goes Matthews. Look to play a forcing shot. Got the edge. It run away down for third man, and they will get a single. The score moves up to 13 without loss. So Matthews was looking to play a forcing shot through the offside. It edge and go down to third man, and that's a single. I want to apologize to you guys for reading the first part of Glenn Campbell's sentence. Fatima bowls to Taylor, who played this out to the fielder at extra cover, and there is no run. So for Taylor, I'm seeing a short third man, backward point cover, extra cover, and a mid-off. So I'm seeing that, and then there is a fielder at backward square leg and a short fine leg, bowls to Taylor, turn it into the onside, and they go through for a single. The score goes up to 14 at the end of over number 3. Both batsmen are on 7. Matthews 7 from 7 deliveries. Taylor 7 from 11 deliveries. 14 without loss after 3 overs. So I want to apologize to you for reading the first part of Glenn Campbell's comment there. I should not have read that. I should have passed it over, and please accept my sincere apology. There are times when the comments are screened, but when there's someone who comment regular in this community and they have always been respectful, you tend not to screen those comments. You tend to bring up the person comment right away before you screen it, and that's what happened. Given the benefit of the doubt, to Glenn Campbell, that he would have posted something that was respectful as Taylor comes down the pitch and drive in the air on the bounce back to the bowler, and there is no run. The score is 14 without loss. So I apologize. Envoy saying, so round the wicket comes Maeda, bowls to Taylor, who opened the face of the bat, played it down to backward point, and they go through for a single to return it the stump. But I think Taylor is home, I think she got home. She got home safely. They are going to go upstairs and check it, so I have time to read this comment from Envoy. Listen, South Africa also wear a green kit. So can we keep Cap and Labada play for Bangladesh? This match, no one will notice. It's not going to happen, Envoy. But let's just look at that table though. We could look at that table. Definitely look at the table. So there's a points table as we speak. So you see where South Africa lead from England, West Indies, and Bangladesh. So that's the points table. Let us get a better view of it. And the net run rate there. So Maeda comes in, bowls to Matthews, who beats the gap in there on the offside, and it runs away down to the cover boundary for 4. Lovely shot there. Down the boundary, into the boundary for 4. The score now moves up to, that should be 19. So 19 without loss. So Matthews just giving herself room and playing that one inside out down to the boundary for 4. 19 without loss. Maeda bowls to Matthews, who drives down to the fielder at mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 19 without loss after 3.4 overs. So as you see there, South Africa net run rate is 1.527 and the West Indies is 1.154. Look to sweep down the leg side. Look what's the signal from the umpire. She signaled wide. Yes, she done so. 20 without loss after 3.4 overs. That's the first extra of the West Indies innings. As I've said, this will be a trial by spin. Maeda bowls to Matthews off the back foot again. She beats the inner circle and it runs away to the cover boundary for 4 more. So there was Matthews off the back foot and treading an eagle between backward point and cover down to the boundary for 4. West Indies move up to 24 now after 3.5 overs. So Delroy is saying, Delroy Morris, welcome, Mr. Brown. Good morning. Remember that watch along you had first week of the CPL? I predicted the Kings would have won. I appreciate that, Delroy Morris. So it's going to be very hard for me to remember, but I want to congratulate you and the Kings. Let's watch. Round the wickets come Maeda, bowl to Matthews, hit this down the ground, pleasant shot. It runs away down to the fielder on the long on boundary for a single. The score moves up to 25 at the end of over number 4. That's really a pleasant shot there from Matthews. So congratulations to you, Delroy Morrison and the Kings. It was a victory well deserved. I pointed out in my video, which I did to congratulate the Kings, that they were the team that lost the fewest number of matches in the tournament. They have only lost 3. So that net run rate is what is going to be very crucial. We'll have to win this match, increase that net run rate so that we go above South Africa and then beat England. I think South Africa who they have to play? Bangladesh or is it Scotland? I think it's Bangladesh they have to play. So that is going to be very interesting. So Matthews off the back foot again. And she played this down towards the extra cover boundary. The fielder gave chase but cannot get there. 4 more runs by Matthews. What a lovely shot by Matthews. After this over, I'll have to play that clip from one of those clips. They're just about 47 seconds long, 47, 48 seconds long. And he was talking about Matthews, Taylor, and DeAndre Dottin. So I'm going to play that clip. It was in reply to a question. She pulled this away down towards long on. The fielder comes across. Brilliant work, but they fumbled it and they will go. No, they stayed on one for definitely. Taylor cannot come back for the second. So 30 without loss after 4.2 overs. So the fielder mid-on came around, dived, flicked the ball to the fielder from mid-wicket who was coming to her left, but the fielder from mid-wicket did not gather. Fahima bowls to Taylor. She's on the front foot, played it down the onside of the pitch to bowl. To Fahima field in her follow-through, and there is no run. 1.3 overs for Fahima, none for 9. Taylor is an 8 from 14 deliveries. She should not have opened today. Fahima bowls to Taylor down the pitch, looking to play a big booming drive. In a portion of the bat, it goes down to mid-wicket. The fielder gave chase from backward of square leg, sends the return in. They go through for a single. The score is 31 without loss after 4.4 overs. I don't think Taylor should have opened. So Matthews is on 21. Off the back foot goes Matthews and play this up and over the cover. Brilliant shot. She didn't look to hit the gap this time, but she played it in the air over the cover fielders down to the boundary for 4 more. The score moves up now to 35 for 4. Brilliant shot there by Matthews. Just giving herself room and just hitting up and over down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot there. Lovely, lovely, lovely shot by Ailey Matthews. She just got deep in her crease and hit it at the top of the bounce. Fahima bowls to Matthews again. Similar shot again. This time over extra cover down to the boundary for 4. What a masterful innings here Matthews is playing. And I think just looking at that innings that Matthews is playing as West Indies goes up to 39 without loss. 39 without loss. Here is Ryan Hines. Ryan Austin, I think. Is it Hines or Austin? He's the assistant coach of the West Indies. And when asked about net run rate, this was his reply. And so it's about 40.
The net run rate.
Well, I mean, knowing the girls that that have known for a really long time, a lot of them are pretty confident. When you have a Hailey Matthews and a DeAndre Dottin and Stephanie Taylor in your side, it becomes pretty easy, because these girls have a lot of experience. They are already having conversations amongst themselves. They are already, with the practice session tonight, going to be, planning for that. So, it's pretty easy with these girls. And I am sure they are confident. And, having said that, Hailey hasn't scored any runs as yet. So I am pretty sure she's hungry. So I'm Bangladesh and England better watch out because she's coming. Yeah.
So there was West Indies. So there was Ryan Hines. Ryan Hines, I think. It's Ryan Hines. So there was he talking about as Marufa bowls to Taylor, who played this away through the covers, down towards the boundary, into it now for 4. Bad bit of fielding there by the fielder as it runs away into the extra cover boundary for 4. So Taylor just coming on the front foot and playing that away down to extra cover boundary for 4. West Indies really motoring along here now as they look to get this 104 in quick time, the quickest time possible. Bad miss by the fielder there as she gave chase, caught up with the ball. As she looks to pull it in, she missed it and it rolled past her into the boundary for 4. 43 now without loss. Taylor 13. as Marufa comes in now, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor dug out a York and they go through for a singer as the fielder came across from mid-wicket, cannot stop it, and it goes down to long on for a single. So Ryan Aston is making the point that it is easy with Taylor, Dutton, and Matthews. I don't know if that's the correct thing to say. What do you think about Ryan Hines' clip there? Tell me how you react to that. How you react to that. You know, he did say that Bangladesh need to watch out because Matthews has not made any runs. Bangladesh and England. Over the wicket comes Marufa, bowls to Matthews, who played this to the field at cover, and there is no run. So he did say that the Bangladesh and England need to watch out. I think that West Indies can win this World Cup, you know. I think so, but it would be almost Matthews and Dutton, and we saw Taylor limping, would have to bat so well for us to get the score. Over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, who turned this to short fine leg, and there is no run. Canberra can contribute. Chanel Henry is dangerous. Ali Alain is dangerous too. They can hit the ball a long way. Those two can hit the ball a long way. But do they have the consistency? And playing against team who not going to just talk like Ryan's Hines off the cuff. They're going to be more detailed than us in their planning. You know, because I never get any detail from Ryan Hines. Driven magnificently through the offside down to the boundary for 4 by Matthews. She moves up to 33 from 18 deliveries. Taylor is on 14 from 18 deliveries. At the end of 6 overs, West Indies 48 without loss. Good going by the West Indies. So I never got anything from Ryan Hines there that, without giving anything away, he never came across to me and instill any confidence in me. Basically, what I hear from him is Matthews, Dutton, and Taylor, they fired and we tried to restrict the opposition for whatever they made. Or if we put in the opposition to bat first, then whatever they made, Matthews, Dutton, and Taylor, it's easy for them. So I never got a detailed plan there from Ryan Hines. I'm sorry, but he never instilled any confidence in me. It's just like what we knew. I will play the other part of the video, which is about another 47, 48 seconds. And he was definitely asked about what's the strategy for the West Indies team going. But I'll play that a little later. I will go through some of your comments. Hopefully we can win this match by the end of the 10th over. So Rabia bowls to Taylor, who drives to the fielder at extra cover, and there is no run. So there's a short third man now, backward point, and the extra cover. There's a long off, and there's a sweeper on the offside boundary. So 5 on the offside. Right. Rabia bowls to Taylor, who eases it down to the fielder on that cover boundary, the one that I spoke about just now, sends the return in. The score goes up now to 49 without loss. I really think now at 49 without loss, the West Indies batting should really cut loose now. I don't think we can lose from here. So I'm hoping that we win this match within 10 overs. I really think so. We need to get these out of 50-odd runs, man. 55 runs in the next 4 overs. Matthews played this to the field at extra cover, and there is no run. I really think so, in my opinion. Alden Lewis is saying, good morning, Sir Brown. Appreciate you, Alden Lewis. Big up me G. Rabia comes in, bowls to Matthews, played it to the field at cover, and there is no run. I'm wondering the same thing. Why send an injured Taylor to open when we need a huge run rate? Yes, Alden. Thank you for collaborating with me. I appreciate it. That's something that's buffering. And that is why, as she bowls to Matthews, who driven this down to long off for a singer, that's the West Indies 50. So 54 needed. I really hope that we get these runs enough. 54 needed. Well, it's probably going to be hard to get it with an injured Taylor. And that's the point, Alden Lewis. That's the point. Why didn't open with Dottin then? That's the point. Because 51 after 7 overs. I don't think we're going to get the other 53 in 3 overs. Unless they, what I would do now, I would call in Taylor and send out that in. I would call in Taylor and send out that in. That's what I would do right now. We can't lose from here, man. Call in Taylor and send out that in. I just don't get it. Camber, Dottin, Joseph could open. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So why don't, on the other end, Alden Lewis, why don't call in Taylor now? That's proactive thinking, Sean Diaz don't have those level of thought process going through his head, Sean Diaz don't understand those things. Forward comes Taylor and played it out into the offside. Calling Taylor, retire her out. If West Indies cannot make a further 53 runs to win this match with 9 wickets, we do not deserve to go to the semi-final of the World Cup. Call in Taylor, man. Call in. Pleasant good evening, good afternoon to you. Special Operation Sounds. Good day, man. Respect to you. She played this to the field at backward point and looking a single because she knows she has to come off strike. And the Bangladeshi oblige as she sends the return in and it goes down into the onside. The fielder off the mid-wicket boundary has to come into field. And so they go through for a single. Carlton Heyman, respect to you. Good to have you here. Absolutely good start, man. Good start. Very good start. Envoy, I think you are fretting. You are fretting now, Envoy, don't you? Come on, Bangladesh, get a wicket. Fight back. Make this game close. It won't be close again. Envoy, I'll give you a wicket, I'll give you a wicket. I'll call in Stephanie Taylor. I'll give you a wicket, Envoy. 52 needed from 76 deliveries, but that should not be an issue. So, there's a Bangladeshi field that, it was Joy. She twisted that ankle when they were batting, And she's the wicket keeper, and that bad throw that came in just now from the field, that backward point. There it is. She picked up. Taylor was coming back in her crease, and so she probably went over the anchor again. So that was bad from the fielder. That was poor judgment from the fielder. She was not going to run out Stephanie Taylor, so there was no chance why you need to go for the run out. Just lob the ball back to the keeper. As a result, your captain has now aggravated because she did go down when she was batting. And probably she just aggravated it. So, Envoy, I will give you a wicket, man. Yes, Michael is saying that she should not have opened. I think that's what you are saying. And so, Matthews on fire. Yes, indeed. She's playing some wonderful shots. Absolutely. She has been magnificent in this run chase. That's Ailey Matthews, She have hit 6 fours. Of the 21 deliveries she had faced, she's on 34. And 6 of those 34 are some spanking shot. Some along the ground through the covers, just treading the nigger. And especially those 2 that she went deep in her crease and ensured that she just cleared the inner field. And it goes into the cover boundary for 4. So she's on 34 from 21 deliveries. Taylor is on 17 from 23 deliveries. Taylor have hit 2 fours. And you can see there Fahima talking about those shots. You see there Fahima practicing those shots that I'm telling you about because they were hit off her bowling. But definitely they should be looking at calling Stephanie Taylor, man. Calling Stephanie Taylor. Matthew, good start. Yes. Pakistan, Patrick Lambert is saying, on the third day of the match between Pakistan and England appeared to be a draw, but Pakistan has been totally written off. Patrick Lambert, I did say that England was going to win, because my position was exactly what happened. I just think that they declared earlier than I expected. But I thought from yesterday, that with only 3 wickets down, that they're going to come back this morning And once they go ahead of the Pakistan total, they're going to go hard. So Marufa bowls to Matthews, she's bowled. Oh, that came back sharply and knocked back the stump, and Matthews goes. So the West Indies captain has gone for 34 from 22 deliveries. 6 fours. That one came back sharply by Maroof. Matthews looking again to give herself room. Pitched up. She was looking to play that uppercut again. Well bowled by Maroof, final. Well thought out by the Bangladeshi. We must give them credit for this, you know. This was well thought out. Absolutely well thought out. Whether it's them on the field that thought it out, or was it the coaching staff said, bring back the pace, let her pitch it up and prevent that shot where Matthews is giving herself room and looking to hit it over the covers. So she pitched it up. Matthews again looking to give herself room and looking to hit it over the covers. Well thought out. I love that from the Bangladeshi. I'm disappointed Matthews got out, of course. I want West Indies to win. But when I saw something work, I must give it credit. And that was well thought out. You know, yeah, Ryan Aston, not Ryan Hines. Okay, thank you. Bowls to Canberra, who hit this down to mid-off for a singer. The score moves up to 53 for 1. The thing about Canberra is that she's always positive. She's always positive, but you always get the impression that the bat is too heavy for her. AR is saying, Stephanie a real warrior. I wish her well. Absolutely. I agree with you. She's fighting. You never see one of the male cricketers. I let not say never, because that is absolute. Maroof bowls to Taylor, played it to backward point, and they go through for a singer. The score moves up now to 54 for 1. So I would say it is highly unlikely that you would see one of the male players really putting their body through this, which Stephanie Taylor is doing. So that must be congratulated and should have been out again if that had hit the stump, you know. So that must be congratulated. However, AR, I think that it is not needed at this stage of the match, and you can call her off to rest her injury. Despite Matthews getting out, I don't see Bangladesh winning from here. Impossible. Ball to Campbell. Lovely shot by Campbell. Only a single though, but she played that sweetly down to mid-wicket. Wow. Says pitch up, and there was a nice flow of the bat. There was no hint of the bat being overweight or anything. And that was a very nice flow of the bat as it goes down to the field on the deep mid-wicket boundary for a singer. 55 for 1. Patrick Lambert is saying Taylor is expected to hit some boundaries. Yes, we are cognizant that is the intention, but she's 18 from 24 deliveries. And furthermore, I don't think that with the injury we need to have her out there. We only need 49 more to win. And you know, we have Alia Lane, we have Deandra Dutton, we have Cherry and Chinel Henry. Down the pitch come Camber, and she strokes this down to the fielder on the long on boundary, almost just like digging out a Yorker. She yorked herself there. She came down the pitch, yorked herself. But however, she dug it out down to long on for a singer. 56 for 1. So yes, Patrick Lambert, we knew that's why she was sent out. But 18 from 24 deliveries. I don't think that she's doing what is expected. Taylor comes down the pitch, driven this one down to the long on boundary for 4. So she heard your Patrick. She heard your Patrick Lambert. She came down the pitch and she drove that sweetly in the air when it was passing Canberra. Nonetheless, it beat the fielder at long on, who the captain was very upset about because she should be back on the boundary. but she was not on the back on the boundary, and so she was very upset about that. It goes into the boundary. Good for West Indies, 60 for 1. Envoy's fretting. Bowls to Taylor, who drives to the field. That cover, and there's no run. The return comes in again. What's wrong with these Bangladeshi fielders? They are shying at the stump just like that. Do they think that if they hit the stump, the batswoman would get out whether or not she's in? Wow. Enver saying that Ailey Matthews looked tired. Maybe she should go off the field and take a break. You're just teasing there, Envoy. 16-2 now for 1 after 8.4 overs. Taylor needs to throw caution out the window now and only play attacking shots. Definitely. But I think that was a plan from day one. But they're bowling well too, and I think that the thing about it, Michael Douglas, the fact that her movement is hampered, it restricts her stroke play to up and over from Taylor. She's out. Dropped. These Bangladeshi cannot field. It's straight into the breadbasket, and she allowed it to hit her on her mammary gland. They cannot field. Look. I hope she hasn't hurt herself because it hit her flush on the mammary gland. Bowl to Campbell, looks to sweep. It goes out down to fine leg. They're gone for 1. Will they come back for 2? They don't have to come back for 2. Just wait on the Bangladeshi to shy it at the stump and then they get the overthrow. She loved it this time. She loved it this time. After 9 overs, West Indies 64 for 1. Hope she hasn't hurt herself enough. Flush on the mammary gland. I didn't miss it. It probably hit her between both mammary glands. The Cricket Forum, I recently heard a new T20 happening in Guyana. If you could please make a video of what is happening later, I would be grateful. I did talk about it earlier this week, Envoy, but we'll probably talk about it some more because we are going to do a show on West Indies' new selection policy where the director of cricket, Mal Bascom, is saying that Pooran, Hope, Brandon King, Hetmeyer, all of those guys may well be playing tests in the near future. So those are not his words. It's just me summarizing, drawing a conclusion from what he said. Short, cut away by Campbell down to third man. It's going to run into the boundary now. It reached there just about now. 4 runs. 68 for 1. So Ritu there. Short outside the off stump. Her first delivery. Wayward delivery. Begging to be hit. But Campbell there, as I said, it just looked like the bat is too heavy for her. She cut it, got the top edge, and it goes down to the third man boundary for 4. So, but basically, I interpreted what Miles Bascom said, and we're going to do a show about it and look into it and so on, as over the wickets come Ritu, bowls to Campbell, cuts to backward point. There is no run. The batsmen are not going through for a single, but the fielder still want to shy at the stump. Yash Takar, welcome. Today loss covered. The cricket for AR is saying, I'll read your comment after this one. Ritu comes in, bowl to Campbell, down the pitch, drive to extra cover. Will she shy at the stump? You bet she shied at the stump. And you can see Joy there, not happy with them. What goes through these Bangladeshi young ladies' mind? You wonder, even when the batswomen are not running, they are shying at the stump. Something wrong. Ritu over the wicket, bowls to Taylor with this dead straight down the ground. It go very close to the boundary. The fielder came across, though they go back for 2, and she missed the return. I can't believe what is happening. I'm glad that the West Indies batswomen are still at the crease, but I don't like this level of cricket. It's poor by the Bangladeshi. Absolutely poor. So there's a long on, a deep mid wicket and a deep backward square leg. Down the pitch, bowls to Taylor, up and over. She is down to the field, that deep cover for a singer. And that's all they will get. 72 for 1 after 9.5 overs. So Eldon Ritu bowls to Campbell, driven magnificently down the ground. The long off will come around downfield, send the return in a wild return, but the batsman have to second for 1. So after 10 overs in this World Cup Group B match between the West Indies and Bangladesh, West Indies are 80 for 1, looking to get 104 to win this match. I hope they'll use the drinks break now and just said, come Taylor, you have done your job, and bring that into bat. Taylor is indeed a warrior. She needs to give a Glenn Campbell banger and swing on one leg. Thank you, Aiden. I hope they'll take her off now. I'll wait till take her off now. Oh no. I think that was for a long time. Was it when Matches got out? You said that? John P. Nicol, how you doing, my friend? The legendary John P. Nicol. You know, John P. Nicol is a legend. He's also my nemesis. There are not many times that John P. Nicol agree with me. So let's see what he has to say this time. Oh, I am shocked, John P. Nicol. Absolutely shocked. John P. Nicol said, great thinking, Carlton. Wow. I finally have converted John P. Nicol. How you doing, legend? Welcome, man. Welcome. Welcome, legend. I'm glad I converted you. Welcome. Colin Taylor, or let her throw the bat at everything. John P. Nicol, welcome. Mr. Roach, good morning. How do you feel about Matthew's dismissal? Oh, Patrick Lambert, we are not going to see Roach today. What's his first name again? Where is he? Well, I long to see, man. He's not in the chat. How you doing, Mistress Brown? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Good morning to you too, Mrs. Brown. Happy to hear from you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So she's saying good morning to Sir Brown and to the Cricket Forum community. Good commentary. Thank you. Hope your day will be wonderful. See you later, darling. Take care. Navarro Abrams, Bassman, is you out, Matthews? Thank you, Navarro. What have I done now? What have I done? Explain, Navarro. Thank you. Niall Alexander saying, good to see West Indies making a comeback. Easy win against Bangladesh. Let me play that second clip that I have from the assistant coach of the West Indies. When he's speaking about strategy. And here is what he's saying about, well, you know, these guys, I know that they listen to me, you know. I know that they listen to me. Well done, Dove. Good to see that they listen to me. This is Ryan Aston talking about strategy.
Our strategy is obviously based on...
Let me start from the beginning.
Well, I mean, our strategy is obviously based on, if you look at how our group is set up, you know, net run rate is really going to come into a big factor later down, especially, you know, if we win both games against Bangladesh and England. So one of the things that we really have to look at is obviously our net run rate and how we go about doing those things coming up, especially in the next game against Bangladesh. So we have to really strategize in the next couple of days to get off and running, but that would be our game plan to at least probably bat first. I mean, bowl first and then try to lick off the runs as fast as possible.
So Shauna bowls to Canberra and she drives through the offside down to extra cover and they get a single. I don't know if you hear any strategy that in that, I didn't hear any strategy coming from Ryan Hines or Ryan Austin. He's a West Indies assistant coach. Pull away by Camber into the gap, into the boundary for four. Lovely shot there by Camber. She moves up to 17 from 12 deliveries, and we are really motoring now. This match should finish maximum by 13 overs. As, as I rejoin you, I must let you know that Stephanie Taylor have been retired out. So it's dotting at the crease now. West Indies bowls to Campbell, who comes down the pitch, yorked herself, dug it out though. It goes down to mid wicket. They goes through for a quick singer. The score is saying 80 for 1, but it's 80 for 2. It should be 80 for 2. Um, um, Taylor is retired out. So dotting comes to the crease now. That average of 25.83, as it was it a 26? I thought it was 26. Matthews is averaging Matthews averaged 23, that in 26, and Taylor I think 35 or thereabout. I think that's what it should be. So Niall Alexander is saying, let's watch. Shauna comes in bowl short outside the half stump to Datin, who cuts it in to the offside bottom edge. It bubbles into the offside. They go through for a singer. The score is now 81. 81 for 1. So Shauna is it now. 8 runs off this over. She comes in bowl to Canberra and pulls to the right of Midan, who came across for the singer, sends the return in at the end of over number 11. West Indies women are 82 for 2. It's 82 for 2. I know they are saying 1 on the scoreboard, but it's 82 for 2. I know what um, Good to see West Indies. So I'm asking the question: do you hear any strategy from Ryan Aston there just now in that clip? He said this is our strategy, but I, I was looking forward for something interesting. I was looking forward for a concrete plan, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Good to see West Indies making a comeback, easy win against Bangladesh. AR is saying that they didn't want to out Stephanie Taylor. He may well be right. And Mr. Brown is saying greetings to Keith Aaron as Campbell pulled this into the onside down towards the mid-wicket boundary. Dattin is coming back for 2. She initiated, so the return came in at the wicket keeper's end, but Campbell still beat the return, as Dattin was the one who was really pushing for that 2. Campbell originally wasn't looking for that 2, but then she came, and Joy is not happy. Joy is the captain of the Bangladeshi team. See there? So Dattin was almost halfway down the pitch by the time that by Canberra start, and Joy is very, very, very upset. So special mention there to Keith Aaron from Mrs. Brown Stump. Canberra came down the crease looking to swing that into the onside. She lost her shape. Her head was in the air, and Joy whipped off the bails in a flash. And West Indies have lost their 3rd wicket. They are 84 for 3 after 11.2 overs. So she came down the pitch. Look at her head turning now. Look at that head turn. She lost her shape, and it was a comfortable stumping by Jotty. She just took off the bails. Said Ellen is saying, yeah, good comeback by our ladies. Yes, yes. I don't. When I say I don't think it's necessarily a comeback, because yes, Bangladesh got off to a very good start, but while they never lost a lot of wickets, they were not scoring very fast. So at no time did I think that West Indies were under pressure in this match. What I want to see is that they win. I would have loved that they would have won this match in 10 overs, and that would have really bumped up our net run rate, which is going to be very crucial for we need the net run rate, and then we also need to turned away into the onside by the new batswoman, that's Chanel Henry. The score now goes up now to 85 for 3. 85 for 3. 85 for 3. Just so there's the points table. That's the Group B points table. So West Indies will go up to 4 points and will go ahead of the table. We will be ahead of South Africa. The thing though, South Africa has Bangladesh to play, and so we will need to support. But you're not gonna do a watch along on that match. We need to do a watch along on that match because we need Bangladesh to beat South Africa. Nahida bowls to Tartin, who reverse swept down to the boundary for 4. So she just reverse swept that down to backward point boundary for 4. So there was my Naida up to Dottin and she just reverse swept it. Lovely shot by Dottin. She moves up to 5 from 2 deliveries. She beat the backward point and beat the short third man as she reverse sweep it down to the boundary for 4. West Indies now really closing in on victory. I really hope that we can win this match in this over. No, not this over. Naida bowls to Dottin deep in her crease. Played it out on the onside. They go through for a single. Overthrow? No, backed up this time. So there was no overthrow this time. So 14 needed and 1 delivery to come in over number 12. So we should win, as I said, by the 13th over. Yes, it shouldn't go beyond the 13th over. We need to get this now. Chanel Henry need to hit a 6 here. Or at least a 4. Naida bowls to Henry and she played this out into the offside, looking for the single sent back by Dottin. Well, the overthrow come now. No. Another poor return, but it was again backed up on the onside. And so 14 needed no. I just think that we should approach this as 14 needed out of this over. So 90 for 3 West Indies. Henry is on 1. Dottin is on 6. 90 for 3. That's the score. Jay saying that we just need to beat England and well too. We just beat England have beaten South Africa and have beaten Scotland. So England have the West Indies and Bangladesh to play. And Jay saying that we just need to beat England and well too. I am confident that we can hit over the bowler's head down towards the boundary. The fielder from mid-off field sends the return. They second for 1. The score moves up to 91 for 3. It's because the thing, Jay, is that we need to beat England, of course. I don't think we can flog in England. That's the point I want to make. I think we can beat them. I think we can win. But I don't think we can flog England. Rabia bowls to Henry, played it out into the offside, misfield again by the Bangladeshi girls. They go through for a single, so that should push the score up to now 93. 93 for 3. Did you say 92? I'm not sure it was. All right. Rabia bowls to that, swept this over long deep mid wicket for 6. What's wrong? Down on one knee, slug swept over deep mid wicket for 6 runs, 98 now for 2. So the 6 never came from Henry. Yes, Jay Shane shot. Definitely, Jay, we're winning in the 13th over. Yeah, but the point I'm making though is that we can beat England, but I don't think we can flog them. And I think we have players in our team like Dottin and Matthews and good bowlers. The good thing is we have very good bowlers, Dottin swings, misses, shoot to the keeper, and there is no run. We have very good bowlers, but it's to get the runs. That's our issues. And so we have to rely on Taylor. We really hope that she'll be fit by Tuesday, because that match will be Tuesday. Bowls to Dottin, hit this high in the air. Let's it go on all the way. Another 6. That's how you do it. Match done. Brilliant by Dottin. 19 from 17 19 from 7 deliveries, Henry 2 from 3. West Indies winning by 7 wickets. Brilliant by Dutton. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what we're saying. Send Dutton, man. At 54 without loss, send Dutton. Call in Taylor. If you had Colin Taylor that time, and I hope persons understand, because the next thing persons are going to say, I'm dissing Taylor. I'm not dissing Taylor. No way. It's strategic. Calling Taylor, maybe Matthews would not have been out, because I think that Taylor being there, Matthews recognized the situation and she's going harder than she wanted to go. So brilliant there from Dutton. Patrick Lambert is saying, Abraham, can't remember what statement was made prior to the dismissal of Matthews. And that's why, yes, Patrick Lambert, thank you for coming to my defense. Because would really like to hear what that statement was from Abraham. Thank you for coming to my defense. But the truth is, Patrick, I don't want to read too much into what Abraham had said, but I hope that he will come and tell us. Was he only trolling? Mikel Luck is saying she actually retired hurt. She can actually return to bat. No, Mikel, no. If she had picked up the injury during the match, but she started the match with the injury, so she can no longer retire hurt having started the match with the injury. You understand? The injury would have to be happen in the match. If the injury doesn't happen in the match because she start, and that's why they could not get a substitute fielder for her, and with 2 overs to go, I guess she walked off. Did they get a substitute fielder? I don't know if they had gotten a substitute fielder for her when she walked off with 2 overs to go. So because you start the match with the injury, you are not entitled to a substitute fielder, and you cannot now leave the match with that injury. So she was retired out. After retired out. So saying, still within the rule to retire hurt if you are actually hurt. But the rule clearly stated, Michael Douglas, that if you start the match with the injury, it is not considered an injury during the match. The injury has to take place during the match, has to take place. Yes, Jay, that was a 6. Indeed. So thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure being here. Over 180 persons. That's good. And so I really appreciate your company. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. The match ends much earlier than I expected. I had a 1 o'clock appointment with Mrs. Brown, but that appointment may now come up to 12:30. So I'm going to give her a call and let her know that we are pushing forward the appointment. Take care of yourself, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bless.